Okay, let's roll right into our post-race for today's 45th Annual Quicken Loans 400. And our race runner-up was Kevin Harvick. He drives the number 29 Budweiser Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. And today's performance moves him up to fourth in our points race for the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. Kevin, just talk about your run out there today. Certainly listening to you on the broadcast interviews post-race, you got to feel pretty good after you thought maybe you weren't going to have such a great performance here today.
Yeah, I was pretty nervous, as we finished practice yesterday, and those guys just did a great job again of talking through everything with myself and themselves to make some good decisions this morning, and they always do, and that's what makes this team good is they keep themselves in contention to be solid on days when you don't think you're going to be that great. So it's just one of those days where you had to survive. You had to try to keep your track position the best that you could. You had to manage tires and get them on the car, because people were having a lot of trouble. And so it's definitely one of those races where you had to manage numerous amounts of things to keep yourself in it.
Questions for Kevin? Raise your hand. We'll come to you. Who has got a question for Kevin Harvick? Stand there in the middle. Get him the wireless, please.
Stan Creekmore with RPM tonight, Kevin. Based on what you just said, did you all make tremendous changes from practice time, or were they just very fine-tuning?
Yeah, I don't think, we didn't make any tremendous changes, but, it's not one of those deals where, you have to overhaul the car. We weren't completely in right field, but, I felt like we were a, 10th to 15th place car. But, we knew the conditions were going to be different today. You knew that we knew what we were fighting in traffic and what we were going to have to deal with. And the groove kind of spread out today. It went from the center down. The bottom groove in 3 and 4 was fairly good. You could make some time there and move your car around if you needed to get around somebody. So, but they made a lot of little changes and most of them the right way. And then we took the time in the first couple stops today to make some big adjustments on the car. Lost some track position, but it paid off for us after that.
Go ahead, this gentleman right here.
Kevin, Steve Kaminsky from the Grand Rapids Press. Can you talk a little bit about the Gen 6 car, its first appearance here at Michigan International Speedway, your thoughts on it, and your thoughts maybe on what they could do to make it better for the race coming up in August?
Yeah, I think the car performed really well. I think you could take Gen 6, Gen 5, Gen 4, Gen 3, and you're going to have a tough time on repaves to make it exactly what everybody wants because, it's just you got to let the asphalt age, and I think everybody knows the direction that we need to head in with the asphalt, and it's got to have a lot of rocks in it, but these particular paves don't have that in it, and you have to just give it time to age, and as it ages, it gets better. I thought this one was better than most because the groove was from the white line, and you could run 2 or 3 wide. But I didn't see anything too far-fetched from a normal style Michigan race.
Other questions for Kevin? Jim?
Jim Utter, Charlotte Observer. When you saw what happened to Jimmy Johnson, did you feel that with such little time left, you were kind of already relegated to second as your best, or did you see an opportunity?
My car started to shake really bad. That was about the third set of tires that started to shake really bad on my car. And I just backed it down. I let the 48 go at that particular point. I wasn't catching the 16 and didn't really feel necessary to have a tire failure or an issue at that particular point. So our best bet at that point was the 48 catching the 16, and something happened as those two guys were racing. But we just maintained and managed our gap between us and the 56 to just hold that track position and not have anything silly happen with the right front.